Hello everyone. Very good morning and good evening to all. Let us start our today's session. So in our today's session, we will learn sequence generator. Okay. So it is similar to Informatica Power Center only. By using the sequence generator, wherever I want to create unique numbers, I can generate. So the sequence generator is a passive transformation. It's a passive and we have connected. Okay. So this is what the sequence generator we have. And so if you want, you can keep it in both pipeline as well as not in pipeline also. So that's our uh, wish how to make the sequence generator. Okay. Wherever I need unique numbers, mostly in Informatica environment, in data warehousing environment, wherever I want to have unique numbers like surrogate key, all these numbers, then I can go for this sequence generator. So surrogate key in the sense, like whenever we have dimension table or the fact tables, we do have the key values, right? So if I want to get the key values, then I can go for the sequence generator in order to create. For some logic, yes, we need to have the sequence generator to generate some sequence of numbers. Okay, it will have two output port. From the sequence, you will have two output port. So if you take this is the sequence, you can have the sequence. So one is next val, other one is current val. Okay, so next value and current value, per value. So you will have this one. Next val, it is used to generate next value. The, the curve val, it will generate, it will store the current value. If you take this is the sequence. So wherever I want sequence sequence of numbers, yes, I can go with this next val. So you can take this next val and you can pass this next val to any tables. So any tables or any transformation also. So for an example, this particular column, if I need a unique numbers, yes, I can use this sequence generator. Okay. For any transformation logic, if I want to generate some sequence of numbers, yes, you can use this sequence generator. So yesterday we have seen the transaction control, right? For an example, I want to generate the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, once it reaches 5, I have to start from 1. So this kind of scenario I can handle by using this sequence generator. Okay. So why? Because if you want to reset the values and everything, it is very easy to handle it in the sequence. So I will take one mapping. So here I will take one table. Okay, if you see this, select star from T underscore employees underscore history table. So I'm going to take this table, history table. So in this table, I'm going to have one column called employee key. If you see this, so I have the data from employee ID, first name, last name, all this. But this employee ID, I want to make some duplicate. I want to store some duplicate data here. Okay. So I have to make, okay, so previously I'm going to have employee details. So they're going to change their mobile number or salary or email ID they're changing. I need to keep the previous history. Okay. So this say if I want to have, so I cannot make this column as primary key. Why? Because I want to update the existing record. So I may get a duplicate value on this column. So that's why I'm going with one more column, a key column. So this should be a primary key. Okay, this should be a primary key. If you open this table, you can check if you describe the table. So describe table will not tell you that column is unique. But if you want to check, okay, is it a not null? Yes, you can check. So if you see this is a not null column. Okay, if you want to check whether this column, this particular key is primary key, and then you have to go for an Oracle all underscore constraint table. We have to check. Okay, so this is the table I have, and I'm going to have some duplicate value on this, so that I'm going to create this column as primary key column. Okay, unique column. I will truncate this table truncate table name. I have truncated. I'm going to load a history of data here. If you want, you can have some extra column here, status, and you can use some update. You can update the existing record, make like inactive record. But here I'm not going to this SCD types. We will see SCD types later. But how can I make this key values in Informatica? Okay. So first I will take new mapping. I'll go and create a new mapping and so go to source. You can take the source here and I can take any sources. So you can take flat file, you can take any sources. Okay. I'm going to take the sources, this particular table, employees table, and the target, I'm going to take employees underscore history table. So if you want to practice with any cloud system, yes, you can practice key underscore employees underscore history tables. Better you can search here. So you can take by searching. I'm not going to take truncate target table option. Okay. So why? Because truncate means it will truncate every time. I'm not going to use the truncate. And you can see here, this is what you can have all this, right? You can go to the field mapping. I can do field mapping here, but I need the column for employee key. So what is the column I'm going to have for employee key? So that I will make the sequence. See here itself, you can take the sequence here. And pipeline also you can take. So you can take the sequence here. Okay, if you open the sequence, if you go to the sequence here, so you use a shared sequence. For an example, you want to make a single sequence for two different mapping. Okay, this is mapping one. So this is mapping one. You assume that this is mapping one. Okay, M1. And this is M2, two different mapping. And you are going to load the data to same table. Okay, you assume that same table I'm going to load. In order to load this table, I want to maintain some sequence of numbers here. Okay, so if I want to take the same sequence here, sequence one, and the same sequence you can take from here. So this is called a shared sequence between multiple mappings. You can take, but it has some concept I will tell you. So we will see the shared sequence after some time. First, I will take here. Okay, if you see this, it has some property. It will have extra field, two field. One is next val, other one is curval. So you can see this. This is a big integer, and you will have only the 19-digit values, and there is no scale here. So incoming field, yes, you can see all other incoming field. That's it. So what is this? So initial value, I want to start the sequence from this value. Yes, I want to start from 1000. You assume that I want to start the value from 1000. I want to increment by one, I have to increment. So you can go for increment by, you can use this way. Maximum, you can use maximum increment value, this number. So it will go up to this 19-digit value. Okay, this is the value it will go for, 19-digit value. To reach this value, it will take more time, right? Yes, it's a 19-digit numbers. And if you see this is the initial value. And we have one thing called cycle option. So what is cycle option? For an example, if I'm going to give this sequence for the primary key, then I should not enable the cycle option. Why? Because if you are enabling cycle option, once reaches the end value, it will be cycled. Okay, one more time. It will be cycled from this initial value. Then you will be having reset option. So what is this reset option? So reset means once this particular session has been completed, okay, you are starting the session. If the session has been completed, then if you want to reset the value to initial value, yes, you have to give reset value. Otherwise, you should not reset a value. If enabled, the sequence values are generated based on the initial value for each mapping, every time it will generate on the values. Okay. Number of cached values by default, it will be 0. So what is this number of cached values, right? The number of cached values is nothing but, so whenever Informatica is running, so it will generate some sequence number. It will be keeping the sequence number into a cache memory. So if you give us 0, then it won't cache any values. Okay. If you want, you can give, okay, so I want to keep some cache value is 1000. Next 1000 sequence number will get generated in one time and it will be kept in the memory. So whenever incoming data is coming, it will be assigned. Okay. So that's what you can use this number of cached values. So by default, we will make it like 0. And cycle start value. Yes, I want to say if you are enabling the cycle, from where the cycle should be start. So that you have to mention here. Okay. So this is what the properties. And if you go to the general, you can make this general here. Nothing is there. If you want to describe something, you can describe. Okay, this is what you can have. And you'll be seeing one option in the advanced. If you see this advanced, you'll be seeing disable incoming field. So if you want to make this sequence as standalone here, okay, standalone here, you can make incoming field is disabled. So this is one option. Okay. So I'm going to make this value and go to this field mapping. I can take this next value to this one. So if you are placing the current value to next current value to this any ID, you'll be getting a constant number. Okay. So constant number. So that's what I can use this next value for. So current value will hold the value. Since I'm going to use sequence generator, so for this scenario, I will use mapping task. So if you don't use mapping task, then sequence will not, it will get reset. Okay. It will get reset next time. It will generate the same numbers. So what is the use of number of cached values, right? I got one question. What is the use of number of cached values? See, if you have 1 million record, huge volume of record from the source. So for the source record, if you want to assign a value, okay, generating one by one numbers will take more time. So instead, you can use some cached values here. Next 100K value will get generated and it will be kept in the memory here. So each record, it will be assigned one by one. So that's why we are going for the number of cached values. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Sequence generator has been saved. For this, I'm going to generate mapping task. So if you don't create mapping task, then so MCT underscore sequence generator, this is the name I'm going to give. And runtime environment, you can choose here. And mapping, you can choose the mapping. Go to next. And if you see this, it is showing that current value is 1000 and initial value is 1000. So that's a value it is showing now. So next time if you are saying, then this value will be changed. So go to next. So if you want to give and any properties, you can give some properties here. And I'm just finishing. Okay, I'm going to start this mapping task. So mapping task will invoke this mapping and then it will run. Okay. So just I'm going to start this mapping task. You can see here. Okay, so all the record has been loaded. Okay. So you can see this values and So this is the one you are seeing here, right? Yes, it is starting from 1000 and it will be some numbers. So this number is the used number. Next value will be 1105. So next time if I'm going to run, if you see this, if I'm going to run this value, I'm going to just edit it. This value I'm just editing. I'll go to next here. You see this sequences, you are seeing this. Initial value is this one. Current value is 1105. So 1104 is used actually. Okay, this is next value, right? This is next value. Then current value is now 1105. So current value will be higher than the next value. So then only it will make, it will be giving this value to next value. It will make in that way. Okay, you can see here. Go to next. If you are running this, it will generate. As of now, this is the number, right? 1104. Then if you are running it, it will be generated in this way. So I got two questions. The first question is, as the sequence is in pipeline, does that mean all the incoming field pass through a sequence? Yes. If you open this, it will, you can able to see here. Okay, you can able to see here. So it will not pass all the values to sequence. So that is what they have designed. Okay, so you can see your incoming field, you can see this all the field and generated field, extra two field will be generated here and you are getting these two field next level. So in addition to the incoming field, if you do not want to make as a pass through, then you can go to advanced. You can make it like a disable the incoming field. Okay. So try this. You will get some different options. Okay. And if you see this in any mapping, if you use sequence generator as one of the transformation, then we should create a task. Yes. See, if you want to know, say for an example, I'm not using this time 1104, right? I'm going to, we have executed 1104. After that, if you see this, again, it is getting generated one more time, right? Again, it's getting generated from one more times, it is getting inserted. So, but this is primary key. So that's why we have used, we want to load some duplicate data here. Yes, we have used. See, for an example, this time, I'm not going to run mapping task. I'm going to run this sequence generator. This mapping I'm going to run. Okay, to answer your question. Okay, so I will run this mapping. Whether it will be succeeded? No, it will fail. Why it will fail? Why? Because it will start from the same number. It will not. It will not generate from where it has left out. Right? See here. It will start from the beginning. 1000. Since it is a primary key here, it will fail. I got it. See this warning you are getting, right? If you open this, you can able to find. See, it has generated 105 value from the source, but while writing in the target, it is getting failed. Unique constraint violated. So why it is creating unique constraint violated? Again, it is starting from 1105. Got it? So that is why. So that is why we have to run the seek in order to keep the values in the memory. Okay, in order to take the values from the memory. So you have to use always mapping task. Okay. So I got one more question. Which one has highest value? Okay, if you see this, you can able to see, right? So which one has highest value? Initial value 1000. Now the value is 1105. 1105. Sorry. See, previously this is the number it should start generating 1105. So what is the number it should generate next time? What is the number it will generate? So this is the current value. So next value will be 1106. Okay. Yes. See, I will run this one. The mapping task will come to no. So now it will get succeeded. 1209, it has been already used this value. Okay. So what should be the next value? So current value is 1210. See, next value has been generated. And you can see this is the value 1314. See, 1314, it has been used. 1314 has been used. So what is the next value? See, now it will have the current value here. Current value, it will keep 1315, right? So next value will generate 13. This value will be given to this value. So 1314. So current value, it will keep 1314 only, but it will give 1314 plus 1. So it will generate 1315. So if you want to see this, you can go here. You can edit this and you can find. So what is the value it will keep? See here. So current value, it is keeping 1315 now as of now, right? Current value, it is keeping 1315. This value will be given to the next value. Got it? So current value, it will keep 1315, not 114. This will be given to the next value. Then it will generate 13116. So it will get automatically generated this way. So current value will have more numbers. Okay. So this is what you have to check. In the memory, it will keep. So that's what I have shown you here. Like this is what the value. If you want to edit it, yes, you can edit here. You want to change the number, but in production we will not change it. So this is what it will keep. So at any point of time, current value has highest value than next value. Yes. So clear. It will generate next values, right? So it will give next value. So that's why. So normally we'll go for next value equal to current value plus 1. Okay, but current value will be higher than the next value. It will keep in that way only. Okay, so this is what the sequence it will keep. And see, by using sequence, we can do a lot of things. For an example, same scenario, I want to load every fourth record to target. This is one scenario. How can I load every fourth record to target here? So I can create a new mapping here. I want to load every fourth record to target. Okay, assume that I'm getting source. Source is same employee table, but I have to load. See, this kind of interview question they will ask even in Power Center as well as IICS. It's very similar. So I have to load every fourth record to target. So how can I load every fourth record? For an example, this is the value. You take any sequence of numbers, okay? It should not be no need to have same numbers from the beginning. So you can have any numbers. See, every fourth record you have to load it into a target table. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this record, fourth record, should go to the target table 1290. And again 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should go to the target table 1, 2, 3, 4. Should go to the target table. So these numbers should go to target table. So how can I do it? This example. See what I'm going to do. I'm going to generate sequence of number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cyclic order I'm going to generate. Right? 1 and 2. This is what I'm going to generate. Finally, you will have 1 and 2. So this is next value port. Okay, next val. So wherever you are getting next val equal to 2, sorry, next val equal to 4, then I have to load it. Clear? Into the target. So you have to filter out other records. Only 4, we have to load it. We have to filter out the other records. In front of you, 1,000 members are standing. You have to allow only the fourth person to the gate. So what we are giving? We are assigning one token number 1, 2, 3, 4. So those who are having a token number 4, so that person only we should allow into the target. That's what we are our requirement. Okay. Then what is our first value, start value, initial value? So initial value should be initial value should be 1. Increment by 1 by 1 I have to increment. End value should be 4. So this is the end value should be 4. And do we need to make cycle option? Yes, we have to make the cycle option here. Cycle enable. Do I need to enable reset option? Yes, I have to enable the reset option. Why? Why should I enable reset option? For an example, if it is ending by 1 and 2, if I'm not enabling reset, tomorrow it will start from 3 and 4. Next run, it will start from 3 and 4. Then again, it will go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of loading fourth record, it will load first, second record, sixth record. In this order, it will load. So that's why we have to reset this option. Okay. I hope you are clear. And so this is what we have to make. Yes, correct. So whatever you have answered, it's correct only. So here I'm going to take sequences a separate transformation. Okay. I'm going to make this as a separate transformation here. I will make this way. Okay. Assume that this way. So here I'm going to keep filter transformation. Okay. Assume that I'm going to keep filter. So to this filter, I'm going to pass this sequence. So you can keep the same way here also. You can keep sequence, no issues. I'm just keeping here. I will enable this sequence. I will make the sequence as so only incoming field. I'm just enabling it. If you are disabled, sorry, incoming field, I'm disabling it. If you're disabling it, you will not find any incoming field. Just you can take this one. Okay, like this and open. So open this. Can go to the sequence. Want to start from 1 by 1. I have to increment, right? 1. I have to make end value will be 4. Cycle option I have to enable. Cycle start value should be 1. Reset option. Okay. Cycle start value should be 1. I have to make. So number of cached values should be a 0. So for this option, it will not be enabled. So I will go to the filter. So what is the condition I have to add here? I have to allow only next value equal to 4, right? So I can take next value equal to 4. That's it. So go to target here. Go to target. And you can go to the target. I'm just loading, okay? The target table. Key and any table you can take. Key underscore employees table. Just I'm going to take this table and I'm truncating and loading. Go to field mapping. You can do field mapping here. No need to take the next value. So if you are taking next value here, say for an example, this manager ID I'm just removing. I'm going to take next value. So what is the value you will get it? For all the record, we will get 4. So why it is 4? Why? Because from that filter, we are getting only this value. Is it possible to update sequence using parameter or variable? See, why you want to update sequence by parameter? You tell me, what is the reason? Sequence is for generating a sequence of number, right? Why you want to generate value from parameter? Okay. So for an example, if you are getting sequence number from any database object, you can get those sequence number, alphanumeric sequence number I want to generate. Yes, I can go for SQL transformation. You can generate easily. But sequence generator will generate only numeric numbers. Okay, so but we cannot make it like any parameters we cannot provide here. See here. Is there any option to provide parameters? No, we cannot make any parameters here. It is used to generate sequence of numbers. That's it. Okay. So I want to load every fourth record here. Just making this m underscore load every fourth record. Okay. So any third record, fourth record. So this is the scenario they will ask in interview. The same scenario you have to make. Okay. This type of scenario they will ask. You remember yesterday I have explained this transaction control. Every 5 records or every 10 records, we have to create a file, right? So you have to every 5 record. This is the same kind of logic you have to generate. See, only 26 record has been loaded into the target table. So we have 105 records, 26 record has been loaded. You can check here into this table. We have truncated the table and loaded. So every fourth record got loaded. If you forget to enable the reset option, next time it will load some different records. Okay, instead every fourth record only it will load, but it will load different records. You can see here, manager ID, we have passed next value, right? So next value, we have allowed only 4. So that's why for all the records, we are having 4. Okay, is it clear? Yes. The same way, I will give you some exercise here. So try to complete this exercise. This kind of exercises, they will ask in interview. Okay. If you take employees table here, and you can create 3 target table for this. First record should go to first, second record should go to second, third record should go to third, and it should be again cyclic order, right? Fourth record should go to first, second, and third. Then again 1, 2, 3. This way you have to load. Okay, just to try this. And the next exercise is first record to first, second record to second, third record to third. But fourth record, again it should start from third. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This way. Okay, small changes you have to do. And generate some alphanumeric number by using some substring in string you have to use. So generate some alphanumeric numbers in this way. So you can start from A1 to A9. Then if it reaches A9, you have to start from B1 to B9. So we can able to do by using concatenating sequence plus expression, you can do it. Just to try this. And this is also very similar. You can take this table. First record, first 2 records should go for target 1. Next 2 records should go to target 2. Next 2 records should go to target 3. And it should go for cyclic order. So this is the way it should go for. Okay. So clear on this. I hope you are clear. And yeah, this is the one you have to try to complete this one. So what is shared sequence? What is shared sequence here? In Informatica Power Center, we have reusable transformation, right? We can create a reusable transformation. In the reusable transformation, you can create one sequence. It can be reused in multiple mappings. Same way here we have shared sequence. So you take two different mapping. This is M1 mapping 1. This is mapping 2. These two mappings is trying to load the data into this table. Okay, trying to load the data into this table. A single table it is trying to load. So it will generate some sequence of numbers, right? We need to maintain the consistency here. So today, first mapping we are running. If you are keeping different sequence generator, 2 teams are loading on the same table. So if you are keeping 2 different sequence generator, we may not know where it has been left out, right? Then you'll be starting so from here. So you'll be again starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. It will fail. It is something like primary key. So in that case, normally what we will go for, we will create a sequence in the database object. Then we will call that object everywhere, wherever we want. Okay, that is what normally we will use wherever we want. Or it will be automatically, it will be mapped with this particular table. Whenever you are not going to provide any column value, it will automatically get generated sequence of values. That's what normally we'll have. But if I want to keep this, I can go for shared sequence. So if you are keeping the shared sequence, see minimum you need to have thousand values. So 1 to 1000 it will generate. Again, if you are going to generate the second one, it will start from 1001 only. Even though started from 1 and say for an example, it went up to 150. 150 record only was there, not up to 1000. But again, you are going to run the mapping to, it will start from 1001 only. In between 850 numbers will get missed. The sequence will get missed. Okay. But this is what the shared sequence property is. It will again will start from 1000 values only. Minimum value you have to give 1000. Okay. So in order to create a shared sequence, you can go to new, go to components. If you see this, you'll have one option here. Okay, the sequence here, shared sequence, right? Yes, you'll have the shared sequence. Create a reusable sequence. Okay, this is the like a reusable transformation we have, right? In Power Center. But here in IICS, we don't have any reusable concept. So directly reusable transformation logic, we do not have. So only thing is reusable sequence we have. So we can use this. If I want to use any transformation as reusable, you have to create as a maplet. Okay. But here I'm create a reusable sequence to use multiple sequence generator transformations. Okay. Multiple sequence generator transformations. So I will create this one. So you see this shared sequence 1. I want to generate from 1. See, by default it is taking number of reserved values will be 1000 minimum. For shared sequence, please use the number of values reserved at one time for each task run must be at least 1000. Okay. Minimum should be 1000. So if I'm trying to give, okay, I want to make it like 100. So it will not be allowed. It will not be allowed. You can, if you are saving this, it will not be allowed. Okay. Valid alpha. Okay. So numeric name, that's okay. Sequence 1. If I'm going to save this, see, you must reserve at least 1000 values. Okay. That's what you will get. So I want to make the value from increment by 1. End value will be this one. And initial value will be, you want to go for initial value 1. Cycle option we are not providing here. Just we are enabling. Okay. This is a shared sequence. This is a shared sequence. I'm going to create two mappings here. Both mappings you will use the same target. M underscore shared sequence 1. Okay. I will go here. I'll go to source. Source I will take. This is the use case. Okay. This is the use case of shared sequence. So two teams or two different mappings you are trying to load into the same table in order to maintain the consistency of the record sequence of the records. We have to use this way, but in between you will be missing some numbers. Okay, in between you will be missing some numbers, but all the numbers will be a sequence of numbers. Okay, unique numbers only, but in between you'll be missing some numbers. Okay, it will not be consistent, but yes. So I'm going to create two different mappings. Target. I will use the same table. Yes, I can go for E underscore employees underscore history table itself. I can use the table I'm just using. I'm not truncating and loading. I will keep the sequence here. Okay, I will keep the sequence here. We'll open the sequence and go to advanced. You can make it like disable incoming field. Go to sequence. So I'm going to make the sequences use a shared sequence. If you're enabling it, all this will be disabled. You can select whatever you have created already. So just create it. You can go to advanced generated field. You will be seeing that's it. So no other options, just to save it. So you can take this one. Okay. To target, next value I'm passing. This is first mapping. You assume that this is one of the team is loading the data. Okay, I'm going to have one mapping task for this. Mapping task. I'm just creating mapping task 1. Shared sequence MCT or MTT or MT. Anything is fine. Okay, it depends on the project. They will give the name. Shared sequence 1. I will select the mapping here. This is the first mapping. Okay. And I will go to next. So if you see this, you can find the values. Okay. So I will go to the one. It's a shared sequence. Okay. I have created it. This is first mapping, right? I'm going to make the same mapping one more time. So I will go to explore. Just I will copy this from here. So this is a shared sequence. One more time I will copy. Copy to same one. And I will go here. Same target table, same sequence I have used here. If you open this, you can find the same sequence, right? Same sequence used, another mapping. Okay, so I can rename this mapping name. Sequence 2. Save this. This is also loading into the same table. Might be source, might be a different source. You assume that source might be a different source but I have used same source. Okay. I will go to mapping task here. MTT, sorry, MT underscore shared sequence 2. I will take this mapping, second mapping. Two different mapping task. Okay. Next, finish it. See, this time I'm going to run first mapping. So this is the first mapping task, right? First mapping task I'm going to run. Okay, 1 minute. I will truncate this table, otherwise, see. Okay, I think it should load. Yes, it has loaded. See, it has loaded from sequence number 1 to some numbers. It has been loaded 105. Right, up to this number only it has loaded, right? 105 only it has loaded. So we may think that, okay, next number it will start from 106. No, it will not start from 106. It will start from 1001. So 1000 values, one cycle, it will generate 1000 values. It will keep it, okay, in the memory. Then it will be used. Then it will get vanished. If I'm going to run one more time, the second mapping task, this mapping task, different mapping task, okay? Different mapping task, but same table. Can assume that different source also. So I'm just running this different mapping task. Even you can run the same mapping task one more time. It will start from 1001 only. So if it is, so I got one question. Okay, if it has more than 1000 value from the source, okay, first run itself. Here itself more than 1000 values are coming. So 1250 is coming. So Informatica, what it will do? First, it will generate 1000 numbers. has been used. 250 more records is coming from the source, right? Again, it will generate next 1000 numbers. From 1 to 2000 will be used, right? 1 to 2000 will be used, but it has used up to sequence number. It will be generated in this way, but it has used up to 1250, right? The value has been generated up to 1250. So next time, while you are going to run this mapping, it will start from 2000. Clear? 2001. Okay, see this. I'm going to show you this table. 1000 will start, right? Sorry, 1001. Are you getting it? 1000 values has been used already. So that's why 1001. If you are trying to run one more time the same mapping, one more time the same mapping. So same mapping only I'm starting. Okay, same mapping task I'm starting. What could be the number? Same mapping task I'm running. 1106 or 2001. Any idea? Same mapping I'm running. Yes, it will start from 2001 only. So why? Because next 1000 values it has been already used, right? See here, 1105. After that, we will see. See, this is the sequence number, but all the sequence are, this is primary key only. That's fine. But this is the, it will not have consistent value. That's the reason. Okay. Can have here, right? 2001 only. Clear on this? So this is what it will generate, shared sequence. Okay. So you can use this type of mapping, okay, logic, wherever you want to generate some sequence of numbers, some ascending order, descending order, all this. So that's what you have to make. This is to make sure unique numbers. Yes, unique numbers. But the thing is, yeah, we may not know which number it is going to, but actually they should keep, if you're using, if you're using shared, sorry, reusable transformation, it will start from where it has been left out, right? The same logic will be used in Informatica also. But say for an example, I want to have all the numbers are unique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then next one starting 6 only it has to load. Then you take the sequence number from database object. Okay. So read the data, read this next value from the database object from SQL transformation. Okay. Clear? From SQL transformation we can take. SQL transformation you will see tomorrow. So you can use this SQL transformation to call any stored procedure in numbers. See, I have given exercise for sequence generator as some alphanumeric number, right? Alphanumeric numbers. So for this scenario, even you can use some stored procedure or stored function you can use. Okay. I got one question. In first run, the number of source record more than 1000. Then what will happen? See, this is what I have answered, right? Whether I have answered or not, this question. This question I have answered here. If first run itself, if you are getting more than 1000 records, next 1000 value it will be generated, right? As I told. So if you are getting 1250 record, first 1000 value it will generate, it will be used. Next 1000 value will be generated, it will use. Then next run, it will start from 2001. I just explained this concept. Please see the recordings. Okay, you'll get to know. Can I have same sequence? One as shared, other one is standalone. I'm not getting the question actually. So you want to have two sequences in same mapping? One should be a shared, one should be a standalone. Yes, you can have, no issues. Okay. So if you want to generate some two different sequences, yes, you can use. Okay. Any questions so far? Do you have any questions on previous session or anything? So I cannot start a new transformation today. Okay, I think it's time is up to only 10 minutes are there. But if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. So one information I want to give you, if you want to do any certifications, okay, any certifications, Informatica IICS, so you can go for certification R38. Okay. So you can go for certification number R38. You want to learn from Informatica, then you want to go for, it's around 350 US dollar. Okay, certification cost. You can check it. Again, they are going to change by from April 1st. Okay, 350 USD for this certifications. If you want to get registered, so now itself you can register it. Okay, if you want to go for, but they will ask 60 percentage of the question from CDI, remaining 40 percentage they will ask from CI. This is for both CDA and CI. If you want to take only CDA, yes, you can give option to CDI alone. Okay. But they will ask basic questions on CDI, not complex one. They will not ask any complex, only basic. So whatever they are giving one document, from the document only they will ask you. If you want to do this, so go and search. So R38 Informatica, Informatica certifications, right? Yes, you can go for this one. And yes, this is the one you can register by yourself. Okay, so R41 is there. That's for cloud data quality. And you can go for any, yeah, this is the page. So you can go here, cloud data and application integration R38. So you can enroll. So here you can go for enroll. And yes, you have to create a username and password. You have to do it. Okay. So if you see this, you can go for any training here, but so you know already you have taken, right? No need to go for. So they will ask this question only. So cloud data integration, 60 percentage. Cloud application integration, they will ask only basic questions. Okay, it's like a process they will ask. Yeah, so API management, all this. So if you want to do something like this, the question they will ask. So cloud, Informatica cloud is a iPaaS, right? So integration service as a platform, right? So integration service, they are going to give as a service. So integration service as a integration platform as a service they are going to provide. So that's what you are having. And they will ask this type of question only. It will be very easy only. Now they are asking very easy question only since they have started new certification now. But they have announced that they are going to change this entire model. Okay, from April to next quarter they are going to change it. But if you want to do so, only one day is there. Then yes, you can go for this is the 70 questions. And if you want to get some details, you can get you can here you can enroll and then you can get more. So certification training terms, these questions you can go here. You can ask so what will the training. So if you want to go for training, is and the cost maybe they have mentioned here. So previously around $170 only, but now they have changed. So I think this is for training, 90 days. Okay, so exam certifications, you can go here. So cost they have mentioned here. second attempt. Okay, so now, so each test 4 training units, $85 or $340. Okay, so as I have mentioned, 340 US dollars. No cost second attempt. So you can attempt one more second attempt. But they are going to change this cost and certification name also. That's what I heard. But check this page, okay, if you want to do certification, okay? If you are looking for certification. If you ask me, for job certification are needed, mandatory, no need. Your knowledge is the one, okay? I do not have any dumps. So you have to learn it. Why? Because dumps will change. So if you know very well on the API calls and everything, so start learning this application integration. Okay, so this is, I'm not going to cover all this. I will teach you how to take application integration. Okay, you got to start, but okay, so if you want to have, okay, so since I have some time, I have explained. Okay, any questions on the sequence or any previous session? I got one question. What in output macros, what the need for precision? Precision is for numbers, right? Numbers, that's it. The whole numbers. Yeah. Hmm. For interview
Actually,
purpose, CA is not needed. It depends on the role you are applying for. Most of the project will have CDA only. Okay, so most of the project will have CDA. If they are going to integrate the application also, so they are going to read the data from APIs, then they will ask API knowledge. Mostly like front-end developers will have that API knowledge, right? But if you want to learn, yes, you can learn from here. You can create some process, but I will tell you how to create a process and all. Okay. So here you have to go for application integration. So one session I will take, okay, on the process. So I'm doing some POCs. So once it is done, if I get chance, I will upload these videos into YouTube also. Okay, I will let you know. So here you have to create a new process. Okay. So to take the data from the source. So API you have to make all this. You have to get some. You have to create a process here, and you can read the data. But so you need to know some API concept.
hello.
Mm,
Yeah, hi Chandra.
yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me? Voice?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
Actually, Chandra, my doubt is if we are loading the data from source to target in the admin, in the Oracle admin, we will be checking, no, is cross-checking whether the validation we are doing. Like if we are doing in the we are doing lookup on the flat files, then how can we check whether the data is completely loaded or not? If there is any missing data.
Yeah, you have to do some manual check only. Okay. Manual checks, as I have explained in the expression. So how many
Okay.
records are there in the source? How many records are there in the source? And target. So just you have to do manual checks, or you'll be seeing some comparison tool. Okay, you'll be having some comparison tool. You export these two data into a flat file. So flat file to flat file, you can compare it. Some tools will be there in the project.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, from the tools you have to compare it.
Okay.
Yeah. So VSAM files, we cannot bring it here. So you check in the online whether we are getting it okay. So even only one time I worked in VSAM, the source mainframe I used to take the data, denormalization. Okay, how many mappings can use this shared sequence? You can go for a number of mappings. Okay, any other questions? I got one question. Can we export all the mapping from Power Center to IICS? Okay, so this question I will answer while taking the task. Okay, so here we have the task concept, the data integration. We have multiple tasks here, right? So while taking the task concept, I will explain this question. We can do, but we have some constraints as of now. Okay, we have the Power Center task, right? So here we have the Power Center task. So import a Power Center workflow as you can run it as a cloud data integration task. Yes, you can do, but only restriction as of now, they kept it like one workflow should contain only one session. If you have more sessions, it will not run. As of now, that is a constraint. Okay. And also someone asked a question, can we generate Excel file on the output? We cannot generate as of now. Okay. So expression transformation exercise 7 already I have explained. Some of them already completed, right? Some of them already completed. They have shared. So you have to use in-string, substring function. If you need, I will send you the logic sheet to you. Okay, you have to think. Already 2 members or 3 members has already sent exercise. I will send you the easy. It's very easy. It's not that much complex. Okay, you can search it. So have you searched in Google? Try to do that LPAD, RPAD, LTrim, RTrim. So that's the logic actually. See, you take some first sequence one. So you print it like one time. Second number you are getting. Then 2 times you have to print. You use some LPAD, RPAD, how to do this way. Okay. So 3 times, 4 times. If you need, I will send you the logic. I think this one only you are asking. Expression 7. Regarding the migration from Power Center to IICS, we need to have some utilities. As of now, even Informatica Corporation also, they do not have clear idea on migration from Power Center to IICS. We have some service here. Okay, if you go to the services, you can find all services. Okay, these services are like a paid one. So Power Center to cloud conversion, right? We have analyze Power Center object for reusability in cloud data integration, accelerate cloud transformation journey by converting Power Center object to Informatica cloud data integration asset for utilization. See, this is what they have given, but it is not completely enabled. Okay, so they haven't completely supported this one, and they do have IICS, sorry, PC to IICS utility, some IICS PC to IICS factory or migration factory is one of the tool, but that also we are facing some issues. See, that's why most of the companies are creating the jobs directly into IICS. They are creating the jobs from the scratch, like a same like Power Center. Okay. So what is meant by Power Center migration? The companies which are already running in Informatica Power Center, all the mappings they want to migrate to IICS. Okay, that's a migration project on ETL component, not data. Okay. Yeah, that's what. See, migration tool, even we do not have migration tool as of now, full-fledged migration tool. Some companies, they are finding some tools, some utilities, they are using it internally converting the XML file into IICS file by using some Python code or different code they are using, and they are converting. But even so, that migration also, it is not completely possible. They are facing issue. Okay. So I will talk about this one later while taking. Yeah, we will stop here. Kindly practice all other questions. Migration project. Okay, so how they are discussing? Are they going to use any tool, or they're going to migrate? They're going to migrate from the scratch. So they're going to generate all the mappings. Okay. Yeah, different tools are there. They might be getting the tool from Informatica Corporation. They have to pay extra money, these services. Okay. Yeah, we will talk about this one later while taking this task. Okay. Yes, migration factory we have, but even migration factory also, we are finding some difficulties. IACS, PC to IACS migration factory is there, but this one also we are having some issues. PC to IACS migration factory, that's what I have told. See, but this is also some issues are there as of now. If you go and check here, they are still the Informatica Corporation, they are working on it. Okay. See here. So two way. One is manually you recreate the mappings from Power Center to IICS. Now as I told, they changed the naming convention from IICS to IDMC. Okay. So intelligent data management cloud. Okay. The other one is PC to IICS migration factory. This is an automated tool that will convert mapping session workflows into equivalent object. This utility is only available by working with Informatica authorized partner who has access to the tool. Okay, that's what. So you have to pay the extra payment to them. But it's a year ago. But now they have, I think they have uh, something they have implemented some logics. Okay. See, they have mentioned like this utility no longer exists from Informatica Corporation. There is a new migration utilities. So we have, but even we are not having some clarity on this. So we will talk about this migration later. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you very much. So can we use sequence created in DB in IICS? Yes. So tomorrow I'm going to take SQL transformation. You create some sequence in Oracle database. So you can invoke that sequence from SQL transformation. Okay. You can invoke if you want. You can use stored function also to take that. Yeah. Thank you all. We will meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you all.